I'm Nolan Sperling, and today we're going to be taking a look at the lack of concentration that a lot of young people nowadays have, including myself. How many times has this been your college class? Well, sadly, more often than not, it is, because young people these days are finding it harder and harder to concentrate, and the problems are only getting worse. So, who has this lack of concentration? Well, it's pretty hard to tell who does and who doesn't because it's hard to define what it means to have a lack of concentration, and it's then very subjective. So, for now, we'll define it using the only measurable way that we have, which is the number of children who have been diagnosed with ADHD, which is 11%. So, how did this happen? Well, in a report by Alan Greenblatt, he said that the internet and all its distractions are causing people to become more unfocused when focusing on things for a lengthy amount of time. Teens are on the web so much that, as said by William Powers, the goal is to no longer be in touch, but to erase the possibility of ever being out of touch. In a New York Times survey, they reported that 30% of people aged 45 and under find it harder to concentrate because of technology, while only 10% of people over 45 felt the same way. Maybe that's because teens' brains are still developing and forming mental habits and are more amenable to change, so it would be affecting the younger generation much more and preventing me from doing my research paper. But there are other things that could be held responsible for this lack of concentration among the youth. In a study done by the Academic Medical Center in Amsterdam, they found that use of the street drug ecstasy has a direct correlation to short-term memory loss and a reduced ability to solve complex problems, leading to a decrease in cognitive function. And hey, when teens drop MDMA and go to raves, they usually aren't on the best sleep schedule. This Journal of School Health said that 90% of teens reported not getting enough sleep, while 10% reported getting less than 6 hours daily, even when it is known that teens should be getting at least 8.5 to 9 hours a night. In an article by the Miami Herald, they said that Dr. Juan Martinez was reporting that a number of children were being diagnosed with ADHD when they really might be suffering from a sleep disorder caused by a lack of sleep, which was leading to their lack of concentration, not ADHD. A number of ADHD cases among high school students have been on the rise in the past 20 years, while the use of alcohol and cigarettes has gone down 9% and 16% respectively in the same amount of time. Although illicit drug use has coincided with ADHD and has actually gone up by 7%, showing that there might be a correlation between teen drug use and the lack of concentration that some teens are displaying. Now, drugs aren't always seen as a bad thing in our society, and in the case of attention deficit, they're actually seen as the main solution. In the 1990s, there was a 700% jump in the use of psychostimulants such as Adderall and Ritalin. And now that we're well into the 21st century, that number of individuals who use drugs as the solution to their concentration problem is even higher than it was in the 90s. People from a wide range of professions are using drugs to help them concentrate when they wouldn't be able to otherwise. Poker players are taking Adderall and Provigil with the hopes of performing at their mental peak for hours on end to try and win a tournament. In the world of classical music, beta blockers such as Inderal, which stops the effects of adrenaline being felt, are as common as metronomes, as players seek anything that they can find to help them make them concentrate better. A survey conducted a decade ago found that 1/4 of flutists used beta blockers in all of their performances or other high-pressure situations such as auditions, all in the name of concentration. While drugs such as amphetamines cannot be thought of as a permanent solution to this problem, most people find them to be a good temporary solution until a real solution, if any, is found. A solution that I have found to be effective in treating a lack of concentration is meditation, because it forces your mind to focus on one thing and helps promote a calm and relaxed mood, which is great for concentration and clear thinking. And it is one of the only current methods to improve concentration that can be part of an ethical, long-term solution.